So I'm sitting here with Dennis Bear. He's a member of Muscadet First Nation. He's going to share his stories with us. Hello, Dennis.
Hello. Hello.
So I was going to ask you, tell me a little bit about your family, who your mom and dad were, and your grandparents and great grandparents.
Well, my dad is Andrew Bear, Andrew Bear, who is Chief Andrew Bear, and Christina uh, Smith, Lee Smith, who married, who was a granddaughter of John Smith, great great granddaughter, and I guess how my dad got it was to be chief was because when Chief John Smith passed away, died. He left the next in line was his nephew, who was Robert Bear, who was my dad's dad, my grandpa. But they were hereditary chiefs, so my dad was chosen, I guess. And he was hereditary chief, but then he got transferred over to elected chief. So he had a few terms as chief, and I got my mother, Christina, who had 8 kids. I was the second oldest. Eric was the oldest, but he was counselor for a few terms too. I was, yeah, a counselor, a few terms. And I was second. Then there was Daryl, Larry, Wanda, Arlene, Norris, and Dina, the youngest.
Nice. Do you have any of your own children?
No, I don't have no kids.
Okay. So can you tell me, what do you remember as a child on Muscadet?
Well, I grew up. There was no bridge then, but I can a lot of bush back then when I was growing up. As you can see, the church down the road where I lived. I remember going to church many times. The old church where they had a top balcony in the back part. We used to run up there all the time after church when everybody was gone and we were last ones going home, I guess. Yeah, I was different back then. The church was always full. Like, everybody. It's almost like standing room only sometimes. I can still remember all the certain people singing. You hear certain people sing. And then a couple of elders would have a long stick so you couldn't turn around. Yeah, that was something. Then when they had no bridge, then my dad was looked after the land farm across here. The barn's still sitting there, part of what was sitting, of the 4 pens and all the bales and equipment and that. That was the only thing that's left now. But I remember coming across in a boat, small. I used to ride in front there. I remember one time it was a big rugged ride across, big waves, eh?
Yeah.
I thought it was big. But I was small. I was probably younger than 10 years old then, maybe 8 or 9. I was pretty small. Because if you talk to Barry, if he might have said Barry Brash, he said he drew a picture of it. There's a plane that crashed across here between the highway and Elders Lodge, crashed in the bush. I missed that part. But we used to drive across the ice in winter time, and the boat in summer. But later, a couple of times later, we go across Birch Hills or Fenton, Birch Hills Ferry or Fenton Ferry. Because it used to be a store at Eats Ferry.
A store?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
a little store. Every time you go across to Fenton, there'd be across the ferry, and then there's a store there. Then you went to, there's 2 stores really. When you went across by Birch Hills, there's Cooey's by East Central, where I went to school from grade 3 to grade 6. And then there's another store going on a Birch Hills Highway towards Birch Hills and then you cut here, there's another store there. Yeah, I remember the stores. Yeah, and then I went to school I remember going to a low school, my first couple grades, and the last grade, grade 3, was at Logs, or David Knight store, you turned into it. Then I went to East Central from grade 3. 1, 2, 3 in Birchill, on Muscatine. Then I went to East Central, which I did grade 3 again, 4, 5, 6. Then I went to Birchill's, and I did grade 6 again. In Birchill's, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Then I went to PA when Tech switched over to Carlton. I did that first year at Carlton. That would be back in 76, 75. Didn't be quite a while. Getting old. Yeah, other than that, yeah.
So what was it like going to school, all these different places?
It was, went pretty fast, grade 3. There was part of, 1, 2, and 3 on reserve. There weren't very many of us. The last grade 3, there's only 4 of us. Deceased Leo Drever, Munro, Joe Munro, Frida, no, and me. 4 of us. I thought there was one more. Joe, Leo, and Frida, and me. Yeah, grade 3. Then you went to East Central. For 3, 4, 5, 6.
How'd you like going to school there?
Wasn't too bad. I think there was not bad.
Was there any problems with racism?
Well, that's what I mean. It wasn't bad over there. I had couples over there too, but it wasn't nothing terrible. Even Birchill's I had one, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. You finished that one off real fast?
Huh?
You finished that one off in Birchill's real fast?
Oh, yeah, just a couple of words and that was it. Didn't want to fight, so.
Oh, that's good.
Well, it wasn't really racism. This one guy picked on this one girl, and I stepped in, so.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't racism. Like I was just helping this girl out.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the same grade. I did like how he treated her.
Were you a fluent Cree speaker?
Never caught on.
No?
I remember when I was growing up small, sitting around a table, they all smoke. And everybody spoke Cree, and all laughter, they're always laughing about something. Yeah, up on the hills, sometimes with Joe Smith, Sophia, grandmother on my mother's side. We used to go visit them quite a bit, eat up the bannock. She used to make, Sophia, my granny used to make it out of bannock, and when we're all there, she would make one bannock, and it'd be a little line up, it's like that line that kept going. Or one home, no, and then she'll say something, no, but bannock's going, one bannock's going, and then kick his kids out. That line wouldn't quit. Of course, there's a whole bunch of us, eh? The Smiths, Olsons, us, sometimes the Slices. No, it was good when we were kids. Especially in the wintertime when had the snow. In the wintertime snow, because north wind come. You have nice big banks over the hills there, and that road that Grandpa used to take with horses to the river. We used to slide down, go downside, and then go downside the hill where the road used to cut along that hillside, then take a curve and then follow the road all the way down to the hill. There's 2 roads really. They met at the bottom and you go both ways, go that way. Or we cut down, cut across the road, and then other side.
What do you guys used to slide on?
Anything you can find. Anything, even car roads.
Yeah.
In the summertime, we had barrels. Stuff everybody in there, stuff the little ones, and the big ones they go to the end because they wouldn't pop out, and all the little ones come falling out too. So they plug the barrel, eh? The big kids, the little ones wouldn't come out. That was fun. It was not bad, grassy hill, eh? Not much trees or nothing. Nice, sad, grassy hill, like.
Yeah.
It was good. If you had a bunch of little kids, yeah.
That's funny. So I kind of want to switch gears here. I understand that you came from a big family. Like, how many people were in your family? The kids, out of you kids?
Well, there was 8 of us when we used to live in our first house down by Chooch's. But Eric was 12 years older, so he left when I started to get bigger. So I had to work or go working around. And he used to play the guitar there too, and he'd have some other friends come there. I played the guitar outside, which is nice. There was evenings there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember those guys playing? Never forget them. Eric. And geez, I can Oswald Turner was one. If you remember him. And another guy from Duck Lake. Geez, I forget him. They were pretty close to, he was pretty close to Eric and Rosalie. From Beardy's. Oswald Turner, I can't remember where he is, from Sturgeon or somewhere. Yeah, that was not bad. Yeah, it was just me, Durrell, Larry, Wilna, and Arlene. Norse grew up to that house, and then we moved over to that 2-story house where the schoolmaster used to live there. When the school had unreserved, and that was empty, we moved in there for about 4 years. Then we moved across here after the bridge was built. That's when I went to Birch Hills.
Did you guys live in that old house where Troy lives now? Is that your
Yep.
house?
Yeah, they built that. They built that one of the few houses that were up across here then. There was Arthur, and then there's Nap, and then my dad back then. When Eric built his house here, and then my grandpa and granny, Joe Smith, where Christine lives now, where Melvin used to live. And Arthur. Yeah, there wasn't too many houses then. And after the bridge was put in, they had their first powwows over here, and they had rodeos over here too. That's where the village is, where they used to have their circuit for horses, chariots and that. Then where Donna lives right in the corner there, that's where they had their rodeo grounds. Yeah.
So I hear that you know how to do beadwork.
Yeah, I taught myself.
Yeah.
No, when I was back in 74, 73, they started dancing powwow there. So I made my own gale, yeah, beadwork and stuff. Then I started up again in 2012. Wasn't working, quit working.
Yeah.
So I started beading, something to do. I figured out to do it.
Also, you taught yourself?
Huh?
You taught yourself, basically?
Yeah. Yeah, well that's kind of like on a flat surface. I used to do loom before. This straight loom, then I started on leather, a piece of blue jeans or whatever, canvas underneath, but then that was pretty hard on my fingers.
Oh.
Pushing a needle through leather, eh?
Yeah.
Then they got that white felt, like you use a white felt, then they use a canvas underneath, so I just go through now. A lot faster, my fingers not going beat up, cut up.
So you know how to do loom beading?
Yeah.
Yeah? Like on one of those...
Yeah, I just did one. There's over 100. Because you need an odd number, eh? So you need one so you can come to the point all the time instead of, if it's an even number, it wouldn't work out.
Yeah. That'd be nice. That'd be nice to learn.
Yeah, I just did one for my sister. They wanted me to do a loom for a dancer. Gee, I can't remember how wide it was. Just over 100. It was pretty wide.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. So, how did families help each other back then? And how did they treat each other?
Well, I don't know.
Like versus today.
Well, yeah, people don't visit much around or help each other. But I remember my mother used to help Rita and Norman when they were just starting out little kids. She used to help out Norman and Evelyn and Stella and them. Like, I don't know. I don't know, didn't really notice.
It was just a normal way of life
Yeah.
to be helpful.
Well, back then nobody locked their doors too. Like didn't have to lock your doors. There weren't many families back then too, because everybody's pretty close knit.
Yeah.
Like not nowadays.
So you lived on the reserve your entire life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good. So you already mentioned that there was rodeos. Were there any other sporting events when you grew up?
Well, I went after that bridge was built. They had a curling rink up on the hill. We started curling then too. That was good. They should have another one. That was good for the community, really. Get everybody to curl. And everybody can curl together, like young and old.
Yeah.
Teams, not like if you were playing baseball or something. You can't have the little ones playing with big ones because it's just not even. But curling, it kind of evens it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Like
Glenda was telling me that you had some sort of trophies or something on your wall. Is that true? Was it about baseball trophies? Maybe she's talking about somebody else.
Who?
Glenda.
Well, we had curling trophies too. I had some for running, distance running.
Oh, you used to do distance running. Is that
Yeah.
out of high school or?
Well, I started in grade 9 in Birchell's, grade 10.
Yeah.
Made it to provincials a couple of times, but I just got beat out just by this much. If I would have started earlier, started more, I would have probably made it to the top 3 anyway.
Yeah.
Because I started kind of late. And everybody, by the time the 3rd year, I was always 18 already, but I was pretty fast then. When I think about it. Run like a wind.
So what have you taken any post-secondary education or what sort of jobs did you have?
Well, once I got out finished high school, I started on this van office here with Lloyd Bear as foreman and the rest of this crew. Raymond was working there, Kenny was working there, and all these other guys, carpenters. Yeah. So I started there, but I ended up getting sick. Double pneumonia. I ended up in Melfort, of all places. That's where I met this nurse named Carol Toms. Well, she was nurse in Birchell's when I was there, when I went to school.
Yeah.
When somebody got sick, we used to go to PA, but after the bridge, we went to Birchell's, a lot closer. And I met that nurse, and then I met her again when I got sick. Then I met her again when I started working for her husband, Tom's. Morris Tom's. He had a cattle and grain operation. So he hired me. This would be the 90s, 1992, 93. That's where I got into cattle. Well, yeah, back when I moved back, they had cattle here, my dad. He ran a manager, he looked after. That's why I used to come across on the boat. I used to come hang out with him. That's where I got into cattle. I used to look after cattle, do work. Ever since that band officer, I used to work in the summertime, wintertime too, to feed them. Yeah, wintertime to feed the cattle. In the summertime, make bales and stuff. Yeah, worked there before I quit school. Before I finished school, when I was growing up high school, and then I went to Carmentry. After that, then I did course in plumbing, but I quit that to go back to. I started another job after my mother passed away back in 81, 82. Diamond drilling. I did that for almost 9 years. That was different. Used to go for a long time. Last time I went 9 weeks. I did all night shifts, 12-hour shifts, from February to March. No, March to April. That was different. When I think about it now, man, I wouldn't be able to do without it. You do 12-hour shifts. That was 9 weeks, so that's 9 times 7. That's every day you work. Sometimes you work 16 hours. Like if a drill shut down, you have to move the drill. We have to, well, it was night shift, and then I have to work half a day, and get afternoons, have a sleep, and then get up at 6 and go to 7. You switch that 7 day. That was a different kind of experience. Because I already knew how to carpentry, and I knew how to look after cattle back by then.
Yeah. So I remember across from the band hall, you used to have a field there before the school came. And those were all your cows, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I used to have cattle right here across the road here.
Yeah.
Right in this field here, where that school is now. Yeah, that was another thing.
I remember that.
No, I remember I had a horse too. I bought a horse off my grandpa. He used to have a horse team.
Yeah.
Joe Smith. He used to haul water before the British, like this again, before the British came in. Even when the British was on there the first year, he used to go across the bridge with his horses. He used to haul water to people across here. He used to haul water from where Vernon Knight lives here. There used to be and my auntie Evelyn Smith. There's a little road going underneath.
Yeah.
And there's a well there. That's where he used to come, load up water, and then take it to people who needed water.
Really? Do you think that well's any good still, or is it gone now?
The well's probably still there, but it's probably the water's no good. Probably dead animals in there, but I don't know what's wrong. I don't know. It's to cover it up. Just not leave it there. A hazard.
I see.
I think it is might be covered up. I haven't seen it for a while.
It's been a long time, eh?
Yeah.
So back then, where did people shop for goods and services? Or how do they maintain food for their home?
Well, we used to have a garden too. We were out in the garden all the time. Mother used to make us look after it. And then she used to make us pick berries. That's tunes.
Yeah.
Always. Across here in the flat. They know where you can find them. And we used to pick berries with another family from Birch Hills. Brats, but they lived on the reserve. They had at least some land. That was during the bridge too. Everything kind of changed everything after that. Because when the bridge moved in, they moved to Birch Hills. Yeah, everything changed after the bridge moved in. The only thing good really happened is we got a curling rink. That's another thing is to try to get a curling rink, because that kind of brings everybody together. Like,
Yeah. Sounds like there's some good memories there. Would you
Yeah.
go curl if we had one?
I don't know. Because I got my hips switched to steel, so I know if I can bend down and I can sweep.
Yeah.
I'll have to figure a way, because I can't get down fast enough, can't get up fast enough.
Oh yeah.
Takes your time. Well, I don't know. Once you get moving, you should be I'm more mobile as long as I move. But once I stop and it's like the arthritis just cramps up, and then it's like when I get up, it's like it takes me 2-3 steps to get going.
Yep. For sure. So, what do you remember about going to school in Muscadet? Like, how was it for you with the teachers and the other students?
Can't really remember the teachers. I know that one Ivishter guy was there, and then the Henneku. I think it was the Hennekus. I remember those guys. And there was another teacher, I can't remember. We're not good. It was all right for grade 1 and 2 and 3. I don't think I took kindergarten. It was all right, I guess.
So back in your day, I had asked you earlier if you went to residential school, and you said no. Had anybody else went?
Not in my family. Not too many people from here, because I remember all the kids that were just only ones that went to residential schools, the ones that had kind of problems with the family or something, like they're going to welfare, they just shipped them to
Residential?
and they're just over Duck Lake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not too many people, not like whole I can't remember any of them. Oh, no, I think everybody went to, I think we were lucky back then, I know. Only the ones who went to were the ones that picked up.
Yeah.
Problems with the family, like,
So who are your aunts and uncles on both sides?
Well, on my mother's side, were the ones I really don't know, or I grew up with, were Norman, Evelyn, with all the Smith kids there, and then that was my mother's sister, and Stella Olson with Ted, and with their kids, and then Shais, Emily, with Jim. But they left the reserve when we were young in the Snow Lake. But they came back in the summertime when we were kids, had a kid. And who else was there? There was the one Blight. I don't remember Kenny. And another one. Her name was Edna. But she married a white guy, and I think they lived in Edmonton there. I hardly remember seeing her. I never seen her kids. And then I had another uncle, Melvin, but he didn't have no kids. And on my dad's side was Edward, a war veteran. He married a woman from St. Mary's, across the river from Fredericton. There was a reserve called St. Mary's. And he had married her, and they had kids down there. One of her sons came lived with us over here, and he helped us work. He helped me work feeding the cows, but Terry. But the thing was, Terry, he had an accident when he was young. His leg got cut off crossing the train tracks.
Yeah.
So I was trying to teach, just me and him, we were trying to teach him how to drive his truck. And I was in the back, throwing bales to the cows, so he had to move up a little bit at that time, and he just kept on stalling.
Oh.
Yeah. Terry, he's passed, he's gone too. A lot of people have passed. That's the only ones I remember from Edward. And then Sam Bear, but he was older. The first cousins, that'd be Dolores. I forget her sister. She'd be an airline stewardess or something. Bernice.
Bernice, yeah.
Yeah.
Bernice and Bernie.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Bernie used to tease me about my cows I had. Yeah, I guess that was it. They had Yvonne, Gary Bear's mom, and Debbie, and another one. He passed too. A lot of people.
Taking you for a trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
So how far back do you remember who Chief and Council were?
Well, I was growing up, my dad was been chief ever since. While I was growing up, then Eric, Wilbert, I think Billy a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a few.
Billy.
Eric, Wilbert were the only ones I remember.
Billy who?
Billy Bear, Dolores's
Oh, okay, yeah.
grader operator.
Yeah.
He was a couple of terms, not many. Wilbert, I remember him. Bear. Can't remember the rest.
So how did leadership work back then? Like, how did they make their decisions? Do you have an idea?
Not really.
Or did they
Just
just...
at our meetings at the school, I think. Back then.
Like at that little school across?
No, I think they had a little building. I don't even know where they had their meetings. They had down where the school was there. They had a building there.
Yeah.
That's where they had their meetings. When before then, I don't know. I was too young.
So somebody had mentioned earlier we used to have other stores here. Can you tell me about that?
Well, the one that had stores I remember is this Louis. That'd be across the river. Then again, he had it after here recently for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there like a Brown store up the hill or something? No? You never had a Brown store up there?
No,
No? I don't remember.
not on the reserve.
No?
The only one I remember is just that Janet's store by Davis.
Oh.
That's where we got our mail to, so that's. Yeah.
You guys travel by car or by horse?
Well, then there's cars.
Yeah?
That was a while back when they used horses. Yeah, it is cars.
Yeah.
But weren't very good roads, winter road, no, dusty roads. No, I wouldn't call them gravel roads.
Dirt road?
Dirt roads. Yeah, that's it, dirt roads.
So can you explain the history of Muscadet as you see it in your own words? Like, how did everything work? What did we have? What didn't we have?
Well, when I was growing up, when fairly young, no power, running water, no water, just have to run outside, cut wood. I mean, go outside to a bathroom, toilet, that kind.
Outhouse?
Yeah.
Or
outhouse.
slop pail?
Well,
That too?
no, when it did dishes and that, that's when you had a slop pail, but only when you're really young. You're too scared to go outside. I remember when I was young, day high, I guess. We had an outhouse in the back there, and my mum was there. So go in the back. I went to the door, and then all of a sudden, see two big eyes. I freaked out, started crying. I don't know if there's either a bear or a mink, one of the two. I can't remember. Freaked out. It was dark. All I seen was eyes, and I just freaked out. And my mother said something, and all of a sudden it was gone. But must have knew my mother was there, but when I come running there, it's just beside the outhouse, eh?
Yeah.
And the door's right there, and I comes out the door, and it was right there. Freaked right out, man. But then I heard my brothers and what's it, Stuart Crane, and a couple other people coming down the road from the church that way. Maybe they're coming by the school or from the school, I guess. At night, probably had it from the dance. I don't know. That was something else.
Hmm.
There were a lot of trees back then, where the church was. There's all bush. Wasn't very many fields. The only fields I think were just around here.
Oh, really?
Some on up in the hill. There's a lot of bush then.
So when did they start deciding to clear it out for farming?
When I started the cattle thing here, and that was before the bridge. All the trees would come down. That's when the power came in. Must be around 60s, after the 60, 61, 62. Because I can remember seeing those trucks coming to those big towers, buttering parts.
Yeah.
I was up at my grandpa Smith's. I seen his trucks, these things, and I thought. Then my dad drove across here. I was riding in a truck. I can see those guys bush clearing.
Yeah.
And then I seen those guys putting up the wire too.
Hmm.
I was back 61, 62. When I was growing up, we didn't have power or nothing. We did coal lamp,
Yeah.
Had to burn wood all the time, coal every time we wake up in the morning. coal floors. Yeah. And you have to need a pee, you have to go outside.
So did your mom ever hand make your clothes, or did you go to the store, or where'd you get the clothes from?
I don't know. Remember, I used to go to flea markets on Central there sometimes. We used to go downstairs in the basement there, rummage sales or whatever they have.
Mm-hmm.
Remember going in the basement there in town, around Central somewhere, because I remember a really low floor, eh?
Yeah.
With all this plumbing with the white, they were covered with white plaster or whatever. We used to go there and pick your clothes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she used to go to rummage sales. I remember going to bingos.
There's bingos in town?
Yeah.
Was it like come and go bingo, or just regular
just
bingo?
those little cards you moved or you slide ones.
Oh, okay.
I remember going. They had a bingo in one strand. one movie thing. You know, right along the riverbank somewhere.
Huh.
Well, that was when I was really small.
Yeah.
And I moved there up to the CN after that.
Yeah.
That was by the railway tracks there somewhere. Where the bus depot was, is now. Or not. Where they had the bus depot station, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm. So is there anything else you'd like to share about any of your family members? Or if you have any other things, because down the road eventually there's going to be children in your family who are going to see this. Like, you know, your nieces and nephews, great nieces and nephews, you know. Some history that your previous family members weren't able to share.
Well, with Eric, he used to play guitar, so he used to play a lot. And he worked for farmers. He used to work for a guy named Alsacer's down over here. By Coxby. He worked with different people, yeah. Then me and my brothers, they were always into cars. Well, he was a good mechanic, like. He did carpentry work too. We went up to Snow Lake to work underground. That was different. To go underground, look up, see a little squirrel going smaller and smaller.
Really?
Drips on your eyes because it used to be damp and wet and cold. But as soon as you get further down, deeper and deeper, it got warmer. But then when they're blasting different levels,
yeah,
you can feel the wind. Air pressure.
Yeah.
Because of the blast.
Yeah.
You feel it all over different levels.
Wow.
Because it's just rock.
Yeah.
Sometimes you hit the ceilings and go, you know, some tunnels.
Yeah.
Because they just go where the gold is. Sometimes you have a big open area. And they'll have a kind of a, like what you have, baseball fence, recorded steel, like, you know, they have that all over the top. So sometimes you're going down a tunnel, you come back, there's a big rock there. That was never before. Great big rock. You know, scary stuff.
Wow. Huh.
Well, not scary, but if you didn't do, but thinking about it, you could easily get hurt.
Yeah.
But sometimes they have stoops or holes on the side. If you're not watching, you could fall down. A lot of people got killed because it's not straight down, it's curvy, and they bang, 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 all the way down.
Holy.
And sometimes if there's rocks, that's where they dump the rocks, so you might get buried sometimes.
Really?
Falling.
Has it ever happened?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I say, so if you're not careful, you can get easily hurt. Yeah, that was different too.
Yeah. So let's see our last question here. Since this video will be shared with the school and then people off reserve will see it too, you know, historical stuff. I was going to ask you, what important message do you want to share with our future generations about education?
Really, for nowadays, it's fairly important. Like the people giving counsel and all other people that work underneath us and try to help the young ones. Don't give up on them. Because nowadays it's hard to get jobs, not like when I was growing up. There was you can get a lot of jobs easier. But nowadays, you need that education. They get that better pay, you know. And it's good. To finish your grade 12 and then go on post-secondary after that. It brings you out of the shadow of the reserve. Like, you know, it's a big wide world out there. To get stuck on reserve, just like nothing's going to come out of it. Nothing's going to happen for you. Nobody's going to come there and give you a bunch of money and help you out. You have to do it yourself. You have to start from the bottom, go away up, learn, keep going to school, try something else. Doesn't work, try something else again. Don't give up. Even people, if you're other people that you work with put you down or something, they're working, well, mostly white people, like, you know, hate to say that. Don't give up, even if you work anywhere, if if you get shit or something that you did something wrong, you just have to go with it, because that's what the experience is all about. Learning from your mistakes, usually, mostly. If you don't learn from your mistakes, then you're not learning nothing. Keep going, don't give up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome words for you to share with us. So we'll be bringing an end to our interview. Is there anything else you might want to add?
Well, hello to kids right now. There's too many bad drugs going on. Seems like nobody, Chief Council doesn't even want to do anything about it, because there's a lot of young men around here are getting wasted in the ground, or sitting in a cell somewhere, or sitting around doing nothing, walking around, seeing what they can do besides work. That's the problem. That's worriment I have right now. Is all these young people around here get into crime, nothing for them to do. It's like nobody doesn't want to help them out. Yeah, that's too bad. We lost too many young guys already. Murdered, slain. And the ones that did the slaying are sitting in it. I guess we'll have to learn the hard way. If they don't do anything else, all the little ones are going up from the school now, they'll end up the same way. Seems like people are just more worried about just getting their checks than worrying about the kids. You need to spend your money. Like the curling thing, that was a good one. Get sports back. Like I started learning how to play golf, teach myself. We should do that with kids around here. We should teach them right here how to swing the ball. That's how I started. I come here, but I quit. I was losing too many golf holes, losing my balls. So I went to my place there now. Well, Daryl's place. After he passed away, I moved over, and then I wasn't doing nothing, so I started playing golf. Because my brothers passed away, and my sisters did a golf thing there, memorial golf tournament. So that's what I got. That's why I got into golfing. Well, if I was going to golf for my brother there in my brother's tournament there, I might as well learn how to hit the ball. So I started. This is my third year.
Really?
I never golfed before, never tried. That's one thing about life too. You have to learn to start doing things like that way I did with beading. I had horses. No. Two horses, but I had a bunch of cows, but then I had that brain weasel disease, so that kind of screwed me up. I had about over 30 head by the time that happened. I had to sell them. Because nobody would look at me, nobody asked me out.
Huh.
With over 30 head, I should be able to do something,
Yep.
but I couldn't sell them. That happened for 2 years, and how can I feed my animals when I can't have no machinery? Yeah, I worked in carpentry, diamond drilling. Worked for the band for cutting grass and stuff. I know how to drill. I know how to drill diamond drilling. You know? I mean, I know how to weld, I was going to say. I can do my own welding, which is good when you want to work on the farm.
Yeah.
But I quit. No money. Well, I mean, when I worked for the band, I probably did a little better off the reserve, but not much more. I still have to travel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, people have to decide what they're going to do, help these kids that dropping out, even help the ones that are having problems. And give them incentives, the young ones, teach them what's going to happen when they get into drugs, marijuana, meth, crack, even drinking. Not abuse, anything. Make life a little harder. Hey. Yeah. Yeah, you just have to help out the kids. Everything's going. We're gonna end up losing more young people. Young men. Nobody doesn't seem to see that. You have to start with the kids. Right from kindergarten. 1, 2, 3, 4 up. But there's nothing here. If they don't finish school, there's no jobs for them. Unless they're really determined. Yeah. But usually there's nothing. You have to tell them to stay in school. There's a big wide world out there once they get to grade 12 and go out to school after that. Because usually you start something you don't really like, and then you can jump something else when you're young. A lot of people do different jobs before they get stuck up to one. It's a living. Yeah, well, it's a learning. You always try have to do something else. Guess I'm done. I don't know, unless you have more, no.
No, I'm all done with my questions. Thank you
Oh,
so
okay.
much for sharing your words with us. Oh, I'm sure it'll be good information for everybody to have, like, the history and how you see it and what you shared with us. I really appreciate you being here.